calls cluster B personalities. People who feel deeply, react quickly, attach intensely, and fear abandonment profoundly because their overthinking brain learned that connection must be maintained actively, constantly, or it will disappear. And so they talk, they perform, they provoke, they test, they escalate, not because they want chaos, but because silence feels like danger and distance feels like death. For others, the same overthinking mind turns inward instead, because expression did not feel safe, or was punished, ignored, or ridiculed. And so the nervous system learned a different lesson. Disappear to survive. Don't need too much. Don't feel too much. Don't ask too much. And here overthinking becomes internalized, looping quietly behind a calm or compliant exterior, turning into worry, rumination, perfectionism, avoidance, dependency, rigidity, or emotional numbing. And these individuals often grow into what psychology later calls cluster C personalities. Not because they are weak, but because safety was found in control, predictability, and restraint, and the mind learned to lock everything down tightly so nothing could leak out and invite rejection. What both paths have in common is not pathology, but adaptation, because the brain did not malfunction. It learned, and it learned from an environment that could not reliably provide emotional attunement, consistent presence, or a felt sense of being held in another's awareness. And this is where modern society quietly enters the picture, because never before in human history have so many children grown up surrounded by people who are physically present but psychologically elsewhere, distracted by work, stress, screens, devices, schedules, and survival pressures of their own. And this is not a moral accusation. It is a structural reality. Because when both parents must work long hours to survive, when children spend most of their waking lives in daycare with rotating caregivers, when emotional availability is replaced with efficiency, entertainment, or digital soothing, the child's nervous system does not protest. It adapts, and adaptation often looks like independence on the outside and hypervigilance on the inside. The mind of such a child learns very quickly that attention is scarce, that connection must be competed for or self-generated, and so thinking becomes louder, faster, more constant, because thinking fills the gaps where presence should have been. And over time, this thinking becomes so familiar that people mistake it for their personality, saying things like, "I'm just an overthinker," or "my brain never shuts up," without realizing that what they are describing is not a flaw, but a nervous system that never received enough signals of safety to downshift. And this is why overthinking is so common among people with ADHD, anxiety, opposition